This episode of the Savage Snowflake podcast is brought to you by Boundless Technology. Boundless Technology strives to advance in the cannabis industry by creating innovative products with portability and stealth in mind. Aiming to deliver an affordable, efficient and straightforward experience for the consumer, Boundless offers an alternative to the traditional joint or water pipe. Enjoy the taste, smells and effects of cannabis at lower vaporization temperatures with Boundless Technology products. Use coupon code SAVAGE for 10% off all Boundless Technology products at bndlstech.com. Follow Boundless on all social media at bndlstech. And if you want to show your support for the podcast, head to patreon.com/Savage Snowflake to donate as little as $1 a month. All right, savages, let's get to it. Savage. What's going on, savages? Welcome to another episode of the Savage Snowflake podcast with me, Jeff Leach, daddy, brother, lover, mother, sister, carer, guide, philosopher, and also student of all of you guys. Thank you very much for all the support we've been having on patreon.com/Savage Snowflake. And thanks for tuning in once again to meet another wonderful friend of mine from the world of comedy. This young lady is a stand-up comedian, of course, because, you know, we have a lot of those on here. She's a writer, also a character actress. I've been seeing lots of your character stuff lately. Yeah. And she has her own podcast called Superficial Magic Podcast.
We weren't supposed to plug that.
No, we were, because I was going to do it at the end, and then you told me, can you say it at the beginning?
I did.
And I was like, yeah, I'll say it at the beginning.
No,
and then you were
I
like, no, you
didn't.
don't have to. Okay. And now I'm going to say it 4 times throughout the entire show.
I did.
I'll drop it at least 2 more during, and then at the end, I'll say it 1 more time. It's Dana Moone, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi. Thank you for having me. Very official.
Yeah. It's good,
I'm
right?
very impressed.
Yeah, it's almost like I did 10 years plus of professional TV hosting.
Well, you're just putting me to shame. I'm like, I need to change everything about my podcast.
How would you have done the intro?
Do things.
Let's hear your intro to your podcast.
No,
Superficial magic.
Superficial magic is
Is this the intro? Is this how you do the intro?
literally how you just did that. That's the intro song.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. I can tell that you've been listening.
Yeah, I'm an avid listener.
Definitely not, because
I
we
consider
have.
myself-
I rap. Our intro song is my friend singing, and me rapping
Really?
about my pussy on tight. I got that pussy on tight. I'm in the vortex, all right. Going all fine at vibe. I forgot the word.
To your own intro song. That's shocking. A. B.
Okay,
Congratulations on the tight pussy.
Thank you.
What a wonderful,
It's
what a
because
wonderful
I'm not
thing to
using it.
add to the old resume. Really.
I'm not. Well, it's not being used.
All right, see, look, right now, hang
I
on.
barely fucked in 2018. You
hang
guys.
on a second.
What? Did we go out?
No, we didn't go out.
Can I say fuck?
Yeah.
Can I swear?
Yeah, you can say whatever you like.
Here's my problem. Let's just
It's your
get right
career,
into
not
it.
mine. Don't worry. It's your Disney career just gone down the drain, not mine. Look how
Oh,
big your
shit.
face is compared to mine because I put the camera so much further forward. I'm going to move you
Put
back
me
a
further
bit.
back. I need to look skinny.
And now it's wobbly. I shouldn't have touched it. I should have just left it.
Yeah, wait. Where do we look? Are we looking?
No, you're looking at me. Look at me.
Oh, when there's cameras in, I love cameras.
Yeah?
When I see cameras, especially when I like get to be
You're
myself.
so fucking LA, aren't you?
I'm such a cheese. No, I've been like this my entire life.
There we go. That's better. Well,
I
we
just
met
love
when
I love performing
we met
for
performing
camera.
together at the Comedy Store a couple of times. We've done
Okay,
that.
we've met performing at other shows, and you just didn't remember me.
What other shows?
The Garage on Motor Ave.
Oh yeah. That was the first time, right? And then a couple
we
of
met
times
there,
at the Comedy
and
Store.
then you must have left.
I had enough. I saw you perform and I just fucking stormed out.
No, I don't think
She's doing all my material.
you went up before me, and then you must have left right after your set. We talked briefly.
No, I saw a little bit of your set. Whoop! I saw a little bit of your set. There you go. You just
watch
you
it,
just
pal.
got everyone.
Hey, watch it.
I know I didn't get
You're being
consent to do
filmed.
that yet, did I? I didn't even get
I did
consent.
not say you can finger
My finger hole.
My hole.
I did see some of your set. It was very funny. Otherwise, I wouldn't have invited you on the podcast.
At
But
Garage?
At the Garage, I saw a little bit.
No,
After
you didn't, because
I saw
I
a very
saw
brief
you
bit.
at the Comedy Store, and you didn't know who I was. I
saw a
had
very
to
brief bit.
reintroduce
I
myself.
did see a bit. I saw a brief bit.
Like,
and I liked
I'm so
it.
sorry.
But
I
then-
didn't know who you are.
Is that how I
I
talk?
didn't know. I didn't remember me. I didn't remember me.
You know what hurts is that I've just been for a week in Dallas, Texas, staying with my friend Ashley, her family. So her sister, who's from New Orleans origin. They're all from New Orleans. But New Orleans. And they now live in Texas. His sister, her brother-in-law, and her mum. And all 3 of them, for the entire 4 days I was there, were basically like, oh, isn't that lovely? We should have a Christmas drink. And stuff
they're
like
all
that.
making fun of you.
For 4 days.
Yeah.
All of them were doing the accent. And I
Well,
love it.
Well, they loved it because they have no material. on anything.
Yeah.
So for you to come
but I
and talk,
expected more of you, Dana Moone.
What? That was spot on.
And to do that accent.
It was spot on.
It's not what I sound like. Dissect
It
my
was
voice
more
for a minute.
me, like, it's like more, I got like your mannerisms. I got like your It was more about like the body movement
I'm
and the
not
voice.
a character, an extra out of Oliver Twist. I don't understand. Oh, look, I got the bloody what there with my... That's not how English people sound.
I can't tell the difference.
Michael Caine, maybe. I only got the bloody doors. Michael Caine, that's how he talks. And I understand why a lot of Americans think that this is how... I'm doing the Michael Caine hands. Don't question.
It's good.
Don't you question the Michael Caine hands, because it's very important when he gets upset like that. Michael Caine he's a bit more nasal than I'm doing, and that's why most Americans talk like that.
I feel like you've practiced that in the mirror for a long time.
Yeah, dude. What's wrong with that? You practice shit in the mirror. Look, this is what I was talking about.
I talk to myself alone all day long, and I talk to cats.
On your Instagram page, you have like loads of different characters on there.
Yeah, I love characters.
And I used to do the same thing. I was on Vine. I used to be quite prolific on Vine.
Same.
And then
how many followers did you have?
Streaming. Oh, I had like over 1 million. I had like it was
no,
doing
you did
well.
not.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
No,
I was pretty fucking huge. Yeah.
Really?
I did a really funny one with Harry Styles, and that's launched my platform in a big way because I made fun of it. I was in a gas station.
But you realize now you can't say that you were big on Vine.
No, I don't tell anyone normally, but it was a good outlet for those caricatures. Do you know what I mean? And then I started streaming, and I did Twitch. I was a Twitch broadcaster for years.
Did you move your Vine followers to Instagram and Twitter?
No, I've never been able to. I've got a very small handful of fans who are very loyal, who've supported everything I've ever done. Shout out the Savages.
The Savages.
Or the Leachers. They're also known as the
Leeches?
Leachers. Yeah, I didn't give them that name.
I like Savages better than Leeches.
Well, that's for the podcast. Savages, who listens to the podcast.
Yeah.
Leechers,
I'm an avid Savage.
The Mooners.
The
Moonies. The Moonies. Moonbeams. Yours sounds super soft. Mine, Moonies, is funny because it's like they're mooning. They're like pulling their pants down, showing their bums.
I didn't create this. I got moonbeams that they created. The moonbeams. Because I have a Moon Me podcast. I haven't done it in a while, which is why I feel weird plugging a podcast that I haven't done in forever because I've been focusing on Superficial Magic on
stop
iTunes.
Plugging stuff. Let's just have a conversation.
iTunes, you guys. Superficial Magic on iTunes. Anyways,
I told you I can give you 2 more, but you've now used one of them.
Okay, the Moon
Me
podcast.
There's only 2 more now.
The Moon Me podcast also on iTunes. Very funny. It's pure comedy.
What does that mean? You do characters. You do sketch.
It's just comedy.
But this is comedy. Conversation, comical conversation.
Superficial Magic is spiritual wellness mixed with comedy.
Oh, that's never going to be something I listen to.
You don't want to better your life?
I don't. Not with crystals and moonbeams.
Okay, well, moonbeams are not
crystals.
You
like crystals, right?
This is rose quartz, bitch.
Yeah. What does that do? What does it help you do?
Love, self-love.
So it means that's why it's on that
heart
finger.
Opening. It's a heart opening. Opens your heart chakra.
Yeah. What's it opening your heart to?
Receiving abundance from the universe. And
this is all just words. These are all just beautiful words.
I know.
That people just go, stone.
You know what? And maybe it's all bullshit, but you know what? It makes me feel better about life because I get really sad.
So the placebo effect is worthwhile. That I can respect.
I think whatever you believe in, if it makes you think life has meaning and beauty, and then I think that's great. Even people who are
Unless
like, I love
if
they're like, I love worshiping Satan.
Yeah.
And he makes me happy. And it's like,
you're like, do that.
Oh, cool. That's good for you.
Get stuck in.
I don't understand why people like push against somebody else's belief. Like if they see like that works for them.
Here's the thing. I can completely respect the it's like,
yes, I will marry you.
Milady. I can completely respect what this does for you, right? How that
just got proposed to.
That did not happen.
It's so obvious I'm looking at myself when I look there and not here.
No, you're looking at yourself constantly. I might turn that screen off in a moment so you can't look at yourself.
I look good today.
You do look good. You know what's funny is that you are the perfect juxtaposition of an LA female comic. And I say female because there's an LA...
What do you mean juxtaposition?
I'll tell you. You're the juxtaposition of an LA female comic.
This is the beginning of our fight that we're going to have.
New York comic.
What does that mean?
Because, a New York female comic. What? Because the part of you that's like self-aware that would even point out that that's what you're doing, and the part of you that's like slightly aware of the bougie bullshit That's the New York in you. That's that fucking East Coast, straight talking.
I'm from
Hey,
East Coast.
there you go. But I know, but then the other part, which makes you want to look at the camera and look at yourself and do that. Yeah. And then the other part of you that's also like, it's my rose bean, moon bean, quartz, gives me positivity.
As long as we're all just my tits like that.
Blessed. Let's just all become one. That's the LA part of you. I don't like that part.
Why don't you like that part?
I don't know, because it's not you, I don't think. I don't think it's really you.
You don't think it's really me?
Not really you.
Why?
I think because you're salty and acerbic on stage. It's very fucking funny. And you're very self-deprecating on stage. And I think that's when we give on stages where we give a more exaggerated, honest version of who we are.
Yeah.
So, you're a very aesthetically attractive woman, which is great for your business and great for acting, great for comedy in that respect. But I don't think you believe that about yourself.
What do you mean?
By acting
I don't believe
more like
what?
Well, you're like me in the sense that you don't. When people tell you look nice, you'll be like, oh no, thanks, that. But you're not actually really taking their compliment.
Oh my god, I'm not, and I'm trying. I'm making the shift now. Like I feel like there's so much growth that's happened.
Did that happen when you moved to LA though?
The past 6 months.
Yeah.
I feel like there's been a huge growth, and I'm in my personal life, and so
I'm
scared that my material is
comedy podcast still.
Yeah.
Might need a biopsy on that huge growth.
Where are you looking?
Cancer jar. I'm looking at all the cameras now. Just
no, I'm scared that my material isn't matching with like who I'm. Like I feel like I'm growing faster than my material because my material is really self-deprecating, and I'm actually learning to love myself. I know that's like cliche. We get it. Self-love.
Yeah, I mean, no, there's nothing wrong with positive mindset, positive thinking, and being positive, being happy in your own skin. There's nothing wrong with those things.
I don't know. I just hate that women just shit on themselves and like I do it too.
Men don't. Like, I'm talking about LA. I wasn't even making it about gender. I think this is just an LA thing. It's easy to go. Like
women are so hard on themselves.
Yeah.
Me as well, and it's like,
are they hard on each other? Are they hard on each other?
I think that's changing. I think there's a lot more support.
As opposed to backstabbing and bitching.
Yes. And I know that I've changed because all of my friendships that I'm attracting are the most supportive, amazing women who are like badass. What did you think?
No, you just looked over there. I was like, is there one behind me?
Yeah, one just walked in right now.
Yeah.
Hi, Jessica. She's just going to sit on the couch.
Okay.
She's invisible. All of my friends don't
All of my supportive friends are made up in my fucking head. That's how crazy I am, yeah. Yeah, I do think there's almost like a mindset once you move to LA is to go, hey, you're struggling. I already did it. I made a joke, I'm an LA 6 or whatever. So I like by belittling any power that I think I have, it's doing that to try and be, sort of some sort of faux modesty, I guess, maybe. But it's weird.
It's weird because if you see someone on stage be like, oh my God, I'm just so hot and I know how hot I am. The crowd is literally like, this is boring.
Sure, unless they do it so overtly as a character,
but it's so hard to do.
Yeah. You got to be it's got to be really fucking well done as a character.
So you think that
you do
half of me is pretending?
I just don't think you're very LA, but you keep up some just a mild element of the LA-ness of who you are.
How do you not? I mean, I live here and I'm surrounded by it. I'm surrounded by these people, and it's just like
break out, be different to those people.
I don't know what that means.
I guess I don't know. I like
me doing that. Me like getting into the spiritual shit and like the. I don't want to say get the crystals.
What I'm saying is you've got to fucking smash that ring up and just walk away from that life.
Love this
You're better
ring.
than that. Do you? And look, you came in here drinking fucking kombucha.
I love kombucha. I love juice cleansing.
I can't even say it right. It's kombucha. It's
I love hiking. I love hot yoga.
How many tiny dogs have you put in handbags before?
There's like 4 right now in my bag.
In the car with the windows closed.
I don't have any animals. No, they're great things.
I didn't bring you here to pick on you. I didn't want you to come here and just leave here going, now I'm questioning myself.
You know what? You're just against it because everybody's doing it, and you're the type of person that's like, for me to be different, I have to set myself apart.
You might be right there. There's probably and
I resisted.
There's probably an element of truth there.
I resisted what everybody was doing because I wanted to be different.
It's not about being different. Actually, I quite like the idea of I'm a sensitive, definitely, probably hypersensitive for the world of comedy, but I'm a sensitive character and very open and honest about how I'm feeling. However, I do think that there's an element of the sensitivity that most people, especially a younger generation, are being brought up with now that is fucking stupid. It's retarded. Like, it's got to a point where, oh, you came last, well, here's your come last badge. I don't like that shit. You gotta go through life. I don't like college students who are, and comes as a left-wing leaning, I'm definitely left of centre politically, but a liberal, forward-thinking, progressive individual who believes in the equality of all people. As that guy, I don't like that on college campuses they're stopping right-wing orators or conservative speakers from speaking on college campuses about what they believe. I think we need to be exposed to everything in the world to have an understanding of who's out there, how we're going to operate, how we're going to exist, and how we can all try and empathize and get along. And
because that's how you learn.
Through
contrast.
Removing that. So as even as a left-wing sensitive, blah blah blah, au fait Brit who does comedy, I still was like, fucking harden up, So that's part of my reluctance to get into this whole #blessed culture of social media and Instagram. Yeah. Plus, I think it's leading to a lot of deep depression, anxiety, and in a lot of cases, suicide amongst young people who think their lives don't match up to what's presented.
I feel like you're talking about like an Instagram world.
I'm talking about, it's all part of the same thing.
Because you keep saying #blessed and gratitude.
Sure.
And that's different than like, I do hot yoga because it is like a mind, body, spiritual exercise for myself.
I've done hot yoga.
It's like physical, you get your physical workout, you get a mental, you get clarity.
People wear nothing. They wear basically nothing.
And then meditating clears.
It's super hot.
Clears my mind.
Right.
Anytime, like, honestly, and this is just I'm not trying to convince you or anybody.
No, I like having this debate because you're being honest. Telling me things
when I meditate for 15 minutes in the morning, my day is a trillion every time, because I don't do it every day. I forget sometimes. I see and feel a clear difference in my day and the way things flow. My mood, my stress level.
I feel like I'm being told off. I feel like I'm being told off.
I'm not. This is not preachy.
I'm too sensitive. I
don't want this to be preachy because I'm not telling everyone they need to meditate. Me personally.
Listen up, people. Fucking relax, all right? Meditate right now.
Everybody calm down.
And meditate. For fuck's sake.
Calm down.
Just relax. And we'll begin.
Everybody breathe.
And we'll begin. That could be a really good character.
That's funny.
A yoga meditation
Well, that's where my spiritual character came from.
Super aggressive with insistence to relax.
My spiritual character, Janelle Waters, Infinite Love. She will heal your life. That character came from me. Like, I'm actually invested in this culture. Like, there's things that have helped me.
All right, what's been the most instrumental in making your life infinitely better? Meditation or the yoga? Or
hot
drinking
yoga.
Fucking kombucha, or what's the thing?
It's a daily practice.
No. Tell me the one thing that I'll start with one thing. Let's start easy.
Okay.
Ease me into a little bit of that.
Okay.
For instance, look, I work out a huge amount. Now when I work out, I stretch for 15 minutes at the end of every workout. Never used to stretch, and I do it because I've noticed it allows me to work out harder and to do more during the week, and it makes my body better. So I know there's an immediate thing. I'm not an idiot. I know that yoga would be incredible for that, and meditation would be good for my mental state.
So so you work out your body. Right?
Sure.
To keep it in good health.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
you feel better.
All right health.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everything that I do is me essentially working out my mind.
Yeah. So you do more mind stuff. So even the yoga for you is more about what it does for you mentally than what it does for you physically.
So it's the same thing. We exercise our bodies. Why aren't we exercising our minds every day?
But also when you can,
to think better thoughts. What has really helped me is
when you get bendy enough to be able to fart into your own mouth. That's also quite an achievement.
I've always been able to fart into my mouth. As a kid, it was a special skill.
Yeah.
Have you not seen the Guinness Book of World Records?
I've seen you rolled up. Yeah, like you look like one of the Tootsie Rolls.
Crazy.
One of the fruit rolls. You just like.
I know.
Whoop.
I was like 80 pounds then.
Yeah.
So I could now.
Well, you were a Russian gymnast, weren't you, at the time? So it was like.
I was Russian as a kid, and then I grew out of it.
Your old Russian gymnast, and then you grew up.
Yeah, thank God.
Overnight.
Because I was evil then.
30-year-old comic from the East Coast.
Did you just say I'm 30?
Yeah. Are you not 30? Go on, carry on. You're telling me the one thing.
This is very good tea.
Thanks.
Everybody, Jeff makes really good tea.
Well, I've put you into a meditative state. I've calmed you right down, apparently.
That you've riled me up a little bit. I requested.
I wanted us to fight at the beginning so we can make up in the second half of the podcast.
I feel like you planned to fight. Okay, so what has helped me the most, for real, seriously, and I really hope I'm not being preachy because I don't like those people. They bother me.
Stop preaching and just tell me.
Not that.
You're so easy to wind up. This is wonderful.
Morning pages.
Yeah.
I have this ritual where stop judging me.
I'm not. I'm hearing it. I'm listening to it. Come on. I'm playing it through my head.
I make my coffee.
Okay.
And I sit down with my coffee and we don't need sound effects.
No, I'm putting the picture. I'm doing the picture. This is my meditation.
And I do 3 pages of just conscious whatever's in my mind, whatever I'm going through. I just write.
That's a good practice.
I write
for a
my
comic,
dreams
or
what I dreamt that night before. I wrote about my day yesterday. I write about how I can be better. And
have you written anything about me yet?
Whenever no.
Tomorrow morning.
I don't have a diary.
Tomorrow morning it'll be like,
maybe.
Fucking
I don't know. I don't plan it.
Red coat arsehole.
I don't plan it.
If you write hatred about me, I want to read it. I want you to
I'll
send
screenshot
it
to you. So then, but this is also what's good because once you kind of get that creative state going, then jokes start flowing.
Okay.
So then I'll have my joke notebook. So I'll pull that out, and then if I write some jokes through just like consciousness.
Watch that couple of jokes, right?
But I think that's helped me the most in just thinking better thoughts.
The wake up writing
thoughts.
thing for 3-page write up.
Yeah.
Every morning, and then positive thoughts.
It's just mindfulness. I love mindfulness. I know that sounds basic, but
no, it doesn't.
It saved my life because my brain
you're misreading me.
Spirals.
You think I think all of this shit is bullshit. Even when it comes to stones, I know that stones, all inanimate objects, resonate energy around them. That's a scientific fact. That's a scientific fact.
Well, that's why I came up with that character because I realized the fake basic bullshit people who are like sellouts and they're just like. There's a lot of fake psychics and fake spiritual healers.
When
and
people are
hilarious.
Looking for an answer, it's nice to give them one.
They're hilarious. I mean,
you
it's
can make
like
money out of that.
And it's so hard to make. I'm really trying to make like pro spirituality jokes.
If the question is, how do I get the best comedy on the internet? The answer is obviously listen to this podcast. Give them an answer and the people will come in their droves.
Are you plugging your own podcast on your podcast?
Yep. But you should also check out something magic. Superficial magic on all good.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been wonderful.
That's the third one. That's the third plug. So you got one more at the end now. All
right, I won't leave then. Did you like my fake leave?
I think it was a 4 out of 10. I didn't believe it at all at any point. But a little part of me was excited that you would try and play with my emotions like that. That made me feel like you cared that I cared.
Is this the part where you're getting nice? Is this
what
you do with all your guests?
I'm just like
you try to argue with them.
No, I like playing devil's advocate. I don't think we should ever blindly accept anything as doing good until we've experienced it ourselves or we've really questioned what it is it does for other people. I think that a lot of those mindful practices are scientifically proven. There's a reason why for thousands and thousands of years people have been doing stretching or yoga. Yoga's not a new thing, certainly not in Asia and in Africa, but it's they do yoga in Africa as well. True story. Look it up.
Literally, I feel like
tribes like stretching. The practice of stretching and meditation.
You can say that with anything.
Prevalent anywhere.
They do that in Africa,
except like Europe. We never really got it in Europe.
Nobody's ever. There's so many people I feel like that are ignorant and haven't been to Africa. So you can just be like, they do it in Africa.
But it's true.
And then most people would be like, yeah, that's what they do.
That is true though. It's also true.
That's what they do in Africa.
Do you want me to look this up and prove it to you?
I'm not saying that it's not true.
Okay, good.
What do you believe in that makes you feel better about life?
Because
life is pretty sad.
What I realized, I got depression, so that's one of the reasons. I think doing practical.
That's like a prerequisite of moving to LA. You have to be depressed. You think people are happy and fulfilled with their lives?
I'm stuck in my teeth. I'm so sorry I'm doing this. Now.
Move to LA at where? I don't see it.
At the back. It's really annoying me.
Oh.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
It's gone now.
Great. Congrats.
Yeah. I do 2 things. I do practical application of changing your situation. I know I can't change external situations.
What application?
The practical application of changing your situation. So that would be like, rather than just thinking, this could be a good way to be happier, you do it. Just do it. If it does make you happy, then continue to do it. So sunshine has a huge effect on me. Like I definitely have seasonal affective disorder. So I've been in England most of my life in miserable weather, then New York in shitty weather. As soon as I come to LA or go to a beach in Greece, I feel incredible.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, move to the sunshine where you can still have your career. So that's why I came here.
Okay.
And then the other side of it,
only for that reason,
or working out makes me feel incredible. Do it. And then the other part is the honesty. I'm trying to live my life to the nth degree of honest, which is a little difficult in the industry because they don't really want you to be honest all the time. But I think for the long term, it's going to be the best thing I can do.
What if, here's a hypothetical.
Yeah.
I mean, you've slurped your tea and now you've swished it.
I was trying to make sure I got all the food out of the back of my teeth.
And now you're making, like,
my house is very clean. I'm probably the cleanest and most
what does that have to do
man
with
you've ever met in your
weird
entire life.
noises when you drink tea?
Well, I'm sorry, but it's an acceptable misdemeanor. I don't think it's a minor fail.
Slurping.
It's not a major fail, is it?
Everybody, he slurped his teeth 3 times.
Yeah.
And then he swished it.
Yeah.
That's 2 major
But
fails.
you walked in and immediately farted on my leg. So we've all done things we're not proud of.
I did. Oh, I'm proud. I am very proud of that.
Okay, all right. Anyway, stop picking on my tea slurping.
Well, learn manners.
You were asking me a question.
Brit?
You were posing a question. You were
What?
about to tell me, well, here's an idea. What about this? And you were going to give me a scenario.
So you want to live your life in an honest way.
Very honest.
In the
that means in terms of my
industry,
relationships and in terms of my relationship with myself.
And the industry says, well, that's great, but we want you to be portrayed as this person,
Sure.
which you feel is dishonest to yourself.
Yeah.
But here's the contract with a bunch of money.
Yeah, I just had that. I just got offered a 5-year contract with a major network, and we turned it down
because
it was so restrictive of what I couldn't do and couldn't do as an actor. Yeah, it would have been worth some millions of dollars.
And you said no.
Yeah, I live in a 1-bedroom apartment.
They don't know that. Just tell
no,
them.
but the point is, it was
Just tell
hard.
them- they
It was
can't
hard
just tell them
to.
it's a 5-bedroom.
It was
It's a
hard.
5-bedroom apartment.
No. It's a 1-bed apartment.
Lives in a mansion.
I'm not ashamed of it.
lie,
That's
it's a
okay.
lie.
Why would I like? Here's the thing. Listen, Captain Ella, I know you're fucking with me, but what gang are you in? What gang is green?
Crip.
No, that's blue. Blood's red and Crips
I
are
said
blue.
crit.
Oh, the Crit gang.
The crit, because there's no P at the end.
You do look like you look like a
It's the
hipster.
Crit.
You look like a hipster who wants to burgle.
I know, but like I kind of like this with the hoops kind of make
That's
it.
you pretending you're like Latina because you're like, I got a little something,
I
you know,
know.
puppy. What you saying?
My character Zayday, I can't do this character no more because people say it's offensive.
Why? Because you are putting on an accent of a woman
this
who would. You could be a white woman living in a predominantly black area, and that's how you got the affectation, the voice.
This was my first character I did when I was 16. Since I was 15.
Yeah.
Zayday.
But
Zayday.
what's
No, I
that
can't.
character
I
doing,
can't
though?
do it.
It depends what the character's doing. Because
She's always talking shit.
Yeah.
Because everyone's whack. No, I really can't do it anymore. It's like makes me sad. People are so sensitive, and they think that I'm doing a character of a
black woman.
Or Hispanic, or
It sounds more like Southern black woman kind of. Yo, you don't even know about that. What are you talking about?
but it's
Stop
not
it.
because like I grew up,
Girl,
and
all that stuff is. But it's
I
just a
literally
certain
grew
type of
up
woman.
so I worked at this shoe store.
Yeah.
Where these like hood rat, like ratchet, like white chicks think they're hood, and they like they talk with their hands.
Yeah.
You know, and they
Or
tell
they-
you
or
and
they
they
are
tell
hood.
you how it is.
No, well, they are hood.
And
There's nothing
it's
wrong.
the Catch Me Outside girl.
Here's the problem.
And I can't do
Here's
that
the problem.
character
I
because
get what you're saying.
And
Now-
it's always white people who are offended. And then people call me racist. I can't deal with people saying that I'm racist because I'm very far from it.
Well, it's a voice. It's not. You're not blacking your face up or anything like that.
No,
And you're
but
not
it's not.
presenting
I'm not
yourself
even
as a
really.
black character.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I know, but that's because people are fucking dumb.
Anyways,
Well, they're retarded, but I mean,
don't
look, even
know.
by saying the word retarded, I'm offending
I think
lot
we
of
should
people.
bring back the word.
It's great. It doesn't mean mental disability to me. It means retarded.
I feel like I've been drinking too many beverages.
Actually, you know what
this whole-
retarded means is slow of mind. That's literally the translation. It
Which
means,
is what
it
you
means
have.
you're slow of mind, which is true.
Yeah, you have a little bit of it.
You can be slow of your mind without. I'm slow of mind.
You're a little slow mind.
Little slow of mind.
Yeah,
Yeah. Smoked a little weed.
I could tell.
Little slow mind. You watched me do it.
Really?
Yeah, I had the pen.
No,
in
you
my
were high
mouth.
before I got here.
Oh,
Yeah.
was I?
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know.
I can feel when
My
people are high.
energy. What is it? What gives it away?
I can feel the high. I can feel your high.
You can sense my energy.
Yes.
We're back here again.
I
Take off that fucking ring.
no.
Yeah.
My friends were on Molly last night and we were at a rave and I could feel when I was around them, I like close enough, I felt like I was on
Is that
Molly.
because you also had Molly in your mouth?
I also was on Molly. No. I didn't.
See, that's your Disney contract gone.
I did Molly.
Gone. No
last
more
week.
Disney contracts.
For the first time ever.
Although I think if Miley Cyrus can do all the shit she did, you're probably okay. I think you can be right. It's amazing what they forgive in this country, isn't it? You can come back from anything pretty much in this country, apart from obviously fucking children or maybe raping people. But even the raping, some of them came back, right?
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. What? Has he come back? He
Yeah.
just released that weird video on YouTube. Have you seen it?
He's like cooking in a kitchen.
It's him as Frank Underwood, the character he did on what's called House of Cards. So who was killed in the show. They made out that he was dead. You never saw the death, anything like that. And it was called Let Me Be Frank. And he's basically addressing, as far as people are interpreting it, he's addressing a lot of the accusations that have been made against him as, touching up kids and, forcing himself on young boys and groping young men and stuff like that.
I think I saw like the first 30 seconds and I was like, this is weird.
It's fucking super weird. And I think it's a really terrible choice. I don't think it's a very intelligent choice. Just go through the legal process, come through it, proving that nothing happened, and then do a video like that as like a I'm back, and by the way, none of that shit was true. Do that, or do a very open, honest conversation interview with someone about how it really fucking hurt you. Americans love that shit. They eat that shit up. And it was such a hard thing to go through, being accused of these things, even if he's lying or not. I've heard tons of shit about Kevin Spacey prior to this coming out. Like, I've heard tons of shit from young British actors when he was the director, the theatre director at the Old Vic in London. He was there for years as the
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey was
before
like
his career blew up.
No. His career blew up, and he went, "I'm going to go and become the head director of this famous theatre in London."
Just so he can touch.
And he used to do, like, he had one story I heard was of him inviting a young actor who he had auditioned for a role, young male gay actor, and he said, "Oh, you should come to okay, I'm going to do a workshop. Come to this workshop." So the guy turns up to the theatre in the middle of the fucking afternoon when it's closed up, and gets buzzed in. And oh yeah, Mr. Spacey's in the main theatre, blah. And he goes in and he's sitting on the floor and he has a picnic blanket in the middle of the stage and he has like champagne and food and stuff, and he invites him, "Oh, come and sit with me, let's talk about theatre." And he's like trying to get him drunk in
how old is he?
In the middle of this fucking thing. He was old enough, but it was creepy as fuck. He was like 19, 20. But it was still, which is legal in England, 16 you're legal. But
what? What?
The age of consent is 16 in England, yeah.
A 16-year-old can
have
sleep with
sex.
a 40-year-old.
I mean, yeah, sure. People will still look at you like you're fucking creepy.
It's not statutory rape?
No. 16 is the age of consent. 18 is the age when you can drink, can drive at 17, and then you can join the army after that. Yeah.
Why are you guys making children
Why'd
grow
you guys
up so
let
fast?
people fucking... Says the people who you can own a gun and drive a car, but you can't drink illegal beer until you're 21. But you can already own a gun.
But
Who's making children grow up? Also, in some states in America, it's 14, the age of consent. So we're not doing anything.
How old were you when you first started drinking?
Oh, I was 13. I started drinking heavily at 13.
Yeah, 14. I thought that I started drinking younger because the age was 21. So I just assumed that you were like, who cares?
Nah.
Because
we
drink
love
at
it.
18.
We're a nation of binge drinkers in England.
Yeah.
That's what we celebrate. Get drunk.
That's why I stopped drinking.
Have a little sex, then a fight. We're just keeping up the pretense that we're all in a musical.
What
that's
song
that's
is
the
that?
song. That's the song. That's called the England song.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it was written by Captain England in 1629.
Sounds.
Yeah, he
accurate.
after the
definitely doesn't sound like he made that up.
Of Zambia, he came back a very decorated general, and then they made him a captain, which is actually a step down from a general, but he took the hit, so he could go return to his first love, which was bardic employment.
I'm sorry, I just fell asleep. What were you saying?
It was just a wonderful bit of improvisation. I wish you'd appreciated it.
I have a Kevin Spacey story of
Carry on.
when I dressed up as a boy, and I'm just kidding.
He dressed up as a 13-year-old boy, and he fucked the shit out of you.
My friend, who I don't even know, met him at like an Emmy after party.
So hot.
And got his number. And this is when
And your friend is what, a gay gentleman?
A straight but very feminine gentleman, right?
So he was giving off those vibes.
So he invited me. This is so funny. So he invited me over to Kevin Spacey's house because he was invited over to Kevin Spacey's house.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And he's like, I don't want to go alone. Like, he just invited me to come over and he's not there yet. But he like gave him like a key and like to go hang. It was so weird. And then over time, there was just, as like the relationship developed and I was getting more and more updates, it was like,
Did you go or not?
No. He was like, oh, he was like definitely trying to fuck me. And he's like totally blew off the friendship.
Didn't take it for the career?
No.
I'd jerk a guy off.
He's doing great.
I'm
Are you jerking a guy off?
No, I'd say that if, imagine and I'm not talking about now, but let's look at how the industry has been, right? And the amount of sexual assault charges, I guess, that are coming out against so many different people in the industry. If I'd walked into a room and a gay Hollywood producer gone, I want you to fuck me, or I'm going to fuck you, and you can be the leading star in these next 3 movies, I'd be like, nah, sorry, mate, that's not for me. But if he went, what about just jerking me off? I'd be like, yeah, I'll jerk you off for fucking 3 movies. Fuck yeah.
Honestly,
fuck yeah, I'm not above that.
I've done worse for less. I've slept with pretty terrible men that I didn't really want to sleep with for nothing. No, for not anything.
Oh wow!
But
it must have fed something in you. So it was for your own sexual purpose, or for validation, or a pick me up,
maybe like validation.
Well, there you go. So that is something for you, though, isn't it? Yeah. However weak and pointless, that was something for you. There was still a purpose to it. Whereas this would literally be, I would take no pleasure in it, but I'd fucking jerk an old guy's dick if it meant 3 Hollywood movies. Why not?
Yeah,
I'm not a fucking liar. People doing it. This is what bothers me about.
What if he wanted to suck your dick?
What
if he wanted to suck your dick?
If he wanted to suck my dick.
And you didn't have to do anything but just close your eyes.
Suck my dick. I mean, I'm thinking about it, so clearly it's not an immediate no.
So you're just closing
I just close my eyes and
eyes.
let another guy suck my dick, and I get 3 Hollywood movies.
In the dark.
3 Hollywood movies.
Jennifer.
I let a dude suck my dick in a dark room for 3 Hollywood movies. Yeah.
25 minutes. 25 minutes.
25 minutes of dick sucking? Nah, that's a bit long, isn't it? Just close my eyes and just imagine it's like just one of my beautiful exes.
Harvey Weinstein and Jennifer, what's her name?
Jennifer who? Lawrence?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah. She fucked Harvey Weinstein.
Are you serious? Jennifer Lawrence fucked Harvey Weinstein?
Everyone has known this, by the way, for a very long time. And it's super obvious when like all the Me Too stuff came out with Weinstein. She did not come forward, and it's been known that they have like a friendship through the years.
Yeah.
And finally there was an article that came out, I think in the Huffington Post.
She fucked him. Yeah, fair. All right, well, fair play. She's also got
had
a
like
photo on the internet of a hairbrush handle inside of her asshole.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking glorious.
I love her.
Yeah. I like that. I like that she's a little freak. Here's the deal. I think that people have used sexual prowess throughout every facet of every industry for this stretch of eternity, because it's one of the most Neanderthal and human aspects of us is sexual desire, pheromones, and using our sexual prowess to be liked by other people. That is the thing. It's more prevalent in women because women are more sexually attractive.
Hotter.
They're just hotter generally, and they have that ability better. And with men, we use it in physical intimidation. That's always what our thing was. Being imposed and being big. The fact I'm 6'4" affords me opportunities that a 5 dude can't fucking get.
So the main reason
but here's the deal,
I'm here...
and I don't mind that as long as it's honest. I think more people should come out in Hollywood and go, you know what? I'm a super successful Hollywood actress, and I have an Oscar. And you know what? Yeah, I knew how the industry worked, and there was a little sexual offerings based on what you're willing to do to get some roles. And I sucked a couple of dicks, and now I have 7 homes. And I don't give a fuck. And I bet there'll be guys who come out and say the same thing.
No, but there's a lot of people that have made it without doing that. Let's be real.
Which is fucking fantastic. Wouldn't it be nice if everyone could?
The majority have made it without that. But the real reason...
There's a small number who didn't, right? And there's no shame in that,
I have to ask you this. The real reason I'm here is because what will I get from fucking you? Like, for my career. I mean, that's really why I'm doing this podcast.
Probably just about 3.5 minutes of laughter, I think.
Okay.
That's about what it'll be.
That's all you can do for my career.
That's all I can do for you. Is it in you? Oh, this is hilarious. And then I run out crying.
Do you have a small penis?
Tiny, minuscule.
Do you show your penis on stage like Bobby Lee?
It's minuscule. Yeah, I get it out at the beginning of every set. You don't know that? A little button mushroom. You didn't see that button mushroom
you seen...
popping across? You thought that was just my belly button, an outie belly button. That was my penis. Yeah. Yeah, it's tiny.
Oh, wow.
So small. But,
I like you even more for that.
Yeah, thank you. Most people do.
I actually...
It's weird when you have to, like, when there's more pubic hair than penis. You have to, like, get in. It's like trying to get, like,
it's hidden almost.
Yeah.
By your pubes.
It's like if you took a kidney bean and you stuffed it inside one of those shower loofah pads and it's just nestled in there.
That's where it is.
It's like a,
that's cute.
It's like a chickpea inside of a lotus flower.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
That's such a beautiful image.
But also, we forget that your balls hide your penis.
Oh, my balls are huge. My balls go down to my kneecaps. They're like, you know those
deflated water balloon.
No, you know the guards that the baseball catcher wears. He has the face with the mesh with the cage,
it's and like silly putty.
And then there's the big bit underneath.
Oh,
that's what my testicles like. Protects my entire knees.
Your legs.
Yeah, I have the softest knees.
Great knees.
You know, like veal is prepared. They keep the calf inside a box with no light and stuff like that, and they can't.
Oh no, I can't.
That's how they do it, though. And they massage the skin to make it as soft and tender.
No, I can't talk about killing babies.
I'm sorry, that's what my knees are like because of the testicles. They've just protected for 34 years.
God bless.
That's what you get to look forward to.
What are your New Year resolutions?
To get tougher knees.
New Year, new you.
Testicle reduction.
When is this coming out?
And a penis enlargement.
Okay.
That's
not a real thing.
In that order.
You can't get a penis enlargement. I've tried.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can't get any bigger than 12, can you? I mean, who needs any bigger than 12?
I've been blessed with a penis and a vagina.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I use both.
That could be true. You use both. If
you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
If you could...
You look like a hip-hop Grinch.
Thank you.
It's the green and your little sneaky... The things you're saying, your little sneaky faces.
You've been thinking about this the whole time. And you're like...
going...
I'm going to figure out what she looks like.
Oh, no, I wasn't like thinking about what you look like. I just said it in that moment.
Yeah, the whole time you were, for sure.
I don't know if this is something that's like a majority of the industry, but definitely some people suck some dicks to get ahead. I don't think there's any shame in that. It's when it's someone forced you to do it. Of course, then that's a shameful act, you know?
Yeah. I don't know if that many have, though.
Yeah, I think a lot of people.
Really?
You don't think James Franco sucked a couple of dicks?
No, I think he has people suck his dick.
No, he's bisexual anyway, and I'm pretty certain he's definitely sucked a.
So Seth Rogen.
No, they're friends.
Sucked some dicks to get ahead. Catherine
Heigl.
Oh,
maybe he's got like a cute. I'm just saying it's lightly. Guys.
What if you're just really talented?
I don't want to get in any legal trouble. This is just what I heard.
What type of legal trouble are you going to get?
You never know. James Franco has a very voracious legal team. Jennifer Lawrence, she hates the story about the hairbrush and the butthole. It's not the amazing fairy tale it sounds like. The hairbrush and the butthole. Once upon a time, there was a young hairbrush called Stephen.
What a great children's book. In the end, the hairbrush is in someone's
handle
butthole.
And the butthole. Please tell me we should. Oh my God. We just come up with an incredible comedy concept, by the way, I'm copywriting this, Jeff Leach, 2018.
TM.
December 29th.
We co-wrote it.
We didn't co-write it.
We co-wrote it.
No, just
Jeff
Leach.
Children's book.
No, just Jeff Leach. Oh, actually, yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah, all right.
So
co-written. Co-creators of the concept.
Wow, it is hard for you to collab. You have to be the star.
I love creating with other people, actually. That's a lie. In fact, I'm voraciously into that. And now I've used voracious twice. And I look
You've
like
used
a
it more
prick.
than that.
Well,
You've
used it
like 6 times.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry that I'm such an eloquent dandy.
Do you have it tattooed on your chest?
No, I have a skull and an eye tattooed on my stomach.
How many tattoos do you have?
13. Can we finish this point? We have to get the copyright idea out on video format.
Oh my God, this is
so
boring.
What it is
everyone's turning it off.
No, dude, this is going to be. They're going to sell this, and it's going to be the #1 bestseller in the fucking New York Times bestseller list. It's a children's book for adults. It's like the Grimm fairy tales, but it's a series of fairy tales, and it will be like 10 stories, short stories.
Take your ideas and put them on there. People are going to take them.
It's going to be because I'm copywriting it right now. It's going to be. Stories from Hollywood. It's going to be those stories from Hollywood. So like the whole Tiger Bloods, fucking, what's his name? Old Tiger Bloods, on 2.5 Men, Charlie Sheen. So like it'll be the story of Charlie Sheen, but presented as the tiger's blood. So it's about the tiger having his blood taken out by a warlock and blah blah blah. And there'd be the hairbrush and the butthole, which would be Jennifer Lawrence's stories of her nudes.
These are coffee table. These are fun coffee table.
Super
gifts
fun
for adults. This is a very good idea.
Baby shower. Boom. What do we get? Sandy. We get her the fucking book.
No one's named Sandy anymore.
Sandy's
literally 80. Every Sandy is 80. Right now. You can't say there's a young Sandy.
So many pregnant Sandys right now.
There's no pregnant Sandys.
They're the most pregnant. They're all in Florida. They're all named after the hurricane. And that's the depressing part.
You're so stupid.
I mean, that's sometimes you love weather enough that you
have
just want to
13
name your first
tattoos.
child after a horrendous hurricane.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Decimated
I don't want to talk about Sandy anymore.
innocent people.
Okay, so you have 13 tattoos.
Sure. How many are of you, though? Guess.
I mean, we just met, so like it would be so. We met like a month ago.
You keep telling me we've met 17 times.
We've
and I
met
never
17
remember it.
times a month ago.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be so terrifying if you.
What did you want to know about the tattoos? You keep.
So is this okay?
coming
Is
back
this
to
your
them.
pickup line? You seem like the guy who would have this type of pickup line. Would like at the bar, you'd be like, "Do you want to?"
If you weren't being so sensual with your mannerisms right now, I'd be really angry that you keep touching the microphone.
Do you want to come count my tattoos?
No, I never
Do
said
you want
that.
to? Hey girl.
I'm not a chat
Hey
up line
girl,
guy.
my name's Jeff.
Do I really give off the vibe of a
come
chat up
over
line?
and count my tattoos.
Actually, of course I do. Who am I fucking kidding? Of course I do.
Is that?
No, I don't do
invite a girl
any
back to
lines
count
like
your
that.
tattoos?
Wait, you know what my chat up line? I have one chat up line. You know what it is?
What?
I come up to a girl and I say, "Hello, I just wanted to find out your name because I would have kicked myself if I hadn't said hello. I'm Jeff."
Oh my god,
I
that's
just say hello.
so cute.
Yeah, just say hello.
I just melted.
Yeah. That's not melting, that's just moistening, but it's
Oh my
That's what
god. That is the
Just say hello.
perfect pickup line.
just say hello. I would have kicked myself if I didn't find out who you are. I just want to find out your name.
I'm gonna
And then,
use that.
You know how many women would just be like, "Oh, hey, I'm Anne-Marie. Nice to meet you." I'd be like, "Cool, nice to meet you, Anne-Marie. You know, what, you
and
come
then
here."
and then
what's
you
going
walk
on?"
away.
And then I just go, yeah, and then I spit in their eye.
Oh.
And I go,
I don't like
"That's
that.
a little bit of me for a little bit of you."
No, that's gross.
No, and then I just have a conversation with them. But just any guys who say that having a smooth chat out line, unless it makes a woman really laugh. If you have something very funny where a woman can go, "You know what, that's actually hilarious," but also if you do it in a cheesy way where she knows you're taking the piss out yourself, maybe that could work. But I would always say the best chat line is just introducing
Let's
yourself.
take a piss at yourself.
Making fun of yourself,
I like
mocking
that.
yourself.
That's an English
Take the piss out of yourself.
saying.
But I think it's sexiest for a woman just to feel that confidence from a man when he just says hello.
So a guy should say hello.
Just
first.
introduce yourself. Just say, "Hi, I wanted to meet you. You are stunning, and I wanted to find out what your name is."
What do you think about women?
You're enchanting. Isn't
Going
that a
up.
nice word? Enchanting. I use
Especially
that a
with
lot.
your accent. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
Also, I'm
wet.
on a horse, and I'm in a full set of armor when I do it normally. Madame, you are enchanting.
No, now you ruined it.
My name is Jeff. I would have kicked myself.
I don't like this
should have
voice.
drawn and quartered myself had I not come over and introduced myself to you, fair
No,
maiden.
I was feeling it.
And then I look at
now
their
I'm not.
rings and I hold their hands and
Okay.
I make fun of their rings. And they get annoyed a little bit and they're a bit angry, but actually it's kind of part of the
You're
fun.
wearing like all like gold and silver.
Armor, yeah, head to
Yeah.
toe, heavy plate mail. Like when I'm walking up to you, I'm like, clink.
Your
clank,
face is hidden,
clank.
but your hair is not.
No, I go chunk and slide it over him before I say hello. But the hair's coming out the bottom, so you know I've got hair and it looks good. But you can't really see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't know if you're bald on top.
I'm definitely not bald on
You
top.
could no, but like you're wearing a hat, so like you could be bald on top, but like you have hair.
Oh shit! Yeah, I could have one of those
Yeah.
monk's haircuts because the
that's hot.
armor comes to here, so shaved all on the top and just long around the sides.
That made me laugh so hard when I was little. I thought that was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, because it looks
Those
like a
wigs.
hairy. It looks like a boob surrounded by hair.
Wait. So back to my question that you never answered about what about women going up to men?
I mean, you never asked me a question about
Yes,
that.
I did.
What was the question?
Should women approach men?
Sure, fuck yeah. I think anyone should approach anyone. If you're attracted to someone, go up and say hello and introduce yourself. And if they say, "Hey, thanks, I've got a partner," or "Hey, I'm not interested," or they just ignore you, fucking leave them alone. That's the
What
easiest
about
thing.
the rejection though?
So what? You get rejected by fucking 7 girls or 7 guys. There
I
might
can't
be 3.
handle one
There might be
rejection.
3.
My
Well,
heart-
then don't do that stuff because it'll probably be too
No,
difficult
but I
for you.
need to put myself out.
My-
I need to
my
put
thing-
myself out there for
I've said this on the
2019.
podcast before. It's a numbers game. It's always a numbers game. When
I
I
hate
see
hearing this, but it's so
true.
fucking true.
If I see, this is why I deleted all my dating apps. They're all gone now and have been for about a month and a half, 2 months.
And are you meeting girls in real life?
Loads of hot girls and incredibly wonderful women, like brilliant, sexy
And
women.
You're not meeting them on
Nah,
dating
just
apps.
naturally, just going up and saying hello to people. You know, it's
Numbers
amazing. It's like it's so much better, and that's how we used to do it. And we've lost that art, so I'm regaining it.
You
But
just got very coy.
well, I was just.
That's how we used to do it.
That's how we used to say, but now it's just so hard. But I don't know. I can't meet people.
Yeah, well, that's a little feminine now.
A little feminine?
We're
No, I
taking
was
it to
being
the-
feminine.
We're taking it to the other side.
You don't like a feminine man,
Oh, I love a feminine man.
right?
Those are the only men I like.
But
If
not
you're-
to fuck them.
If you're too I like no. Here,
How boring. That sex
I like
must
a
be really
balance.
boring.
I like a balance. You didn't let me finish. I like feminine and masculine.
Effeminate men don't let you finish. No. I always let her finish.
We've never had sex, you guys. But just
no, I did. I wasn't suggesting we had
yet.
Carry on. Continue with the point.
A balance. Don't block your energy off.
I just like.
Don't
sorry,
close
I have
your energy off.
My body movements did become very closed off. Yeah.
Why?
Threatening me with sex.
I'm not threatening you with sex. I made a joke.
I know, but
feminine balance with masculine. I like a perfect, like a man who's masculine, but he's also in touch with his feminine side.
Yeah, but being in touch with your feminine side is different to being effeminate. Like, I'm in touch with my feminine side that I can empathize with every facet of the spectrum of what a human is.
I would
Doesn't have
say
to be denoted by my gender. But when I'm with a woman and being intimate with a woman, I'm masculine. I'm a man. Like,
you're quarter. Here's how I read yours.
Okay.
You're 75 masculine and 25 feminine.
Yeah, but what does that even mean? That doesn't mean anything.
I think every human being, because I don't want to say gender.
Yeah.
Right.
No, speak for every human being.
Every human being.
And every gender. Fuck it. Well, how many are there now? 75?
Regardless of your gender.
Right.
I think it's just a balance. I think in the future there's going to be no gender. I don't think there's going to be gender. I think
that would
it's
suck.
It's a balance of the feminine and the masculine.
Oh, that would suck. I love that there's genders. I think it's great to have a gender.
I love a gender.
I think it's nice to have people being different because that's just biologically part of how they are, and also
it's just so stressful. I can't even get into how stressful it is being a woman.
We make it stressful now. I love that you're a woman, right? So as a woman, there's certain things I love that as a man, and this is partly upbringing, but I know there's certain things that I feel I have a role to do. Like, it's nice to treat a lady nice, open a door for her, do things like that, pull the chair out. You know, like that's nice to do that shit, and that's denoted purely by old archetypes of gender. But that's okay. I think that's okay. I like that. I think that's nice, and I think a lot of women like that shit too, and they're not upset about it. Now, if it comes to we're both doing exactly the same job and we're doing it exactly the same to the same high level, should we be paid exactly the same money? Of course. But that's got nothing to do with male or
what
female.
I'm saying is I'm just talking about masculine and feminine energy.
Sure, yeah.
I think everyone should just have a 50-50. I think the world...
No, suck dick. How boring. How boring.
No,
you need different
I'm not
people.
talking... I'm saying energy.
Listen, you Nazi.
I'm saying...
You want everyone to have that perfect Aryan... I get it.
I want everybody to have that, like, balance, like, be in touch with their feminine, be in touch with their masculine.
Yeah. But I think it's fun that some people don't. That's the joy of the world, is that we're all so different.
Who won't tap into their feminine because they're like, oh, I'll be a pussy. Or society tells you that, like, you're less of a man if you have emotions and you cry and you feel things. No, you're more of a man if you cry. Do you honestly think that's
still the case, that most men feel that way?
That's why there's the patriarchy. That's why things are so fucked up. Because people don't feel like they're able to be this, like, whole entire, I guess, entity. We're more than just our gender.
I don't think we're that. I don't think we're as restricted as you think. I think there's freedom.
I think that people...
Part of us are restricted, by the way, because of nature. I believe in nature versus nurture. And I think a big part of it is still linked to our nature.
Can I just say I did mushrooms last night, so I'm a little bit...
It's been a very deep philosophical conversation.
My head... This is why I like psychedelics, because I feel like I really, like, tap into deep consciousness, and you can't go back once you
you're right.
Start to think about this
opens
shit.
Up your mind which is a great thing. I'm enjoying the conversation. I think when the Savages watch this, and if we ever watch it back, it's going to be, this is the breakdown.
You're never posting this ever.
Oh, no, I'm doing it.
I'm never posting.
Of course I'm posting it. It's a great conversation. I think that, like, you like to break down your percentages. I think it's going to be 50% overarching philosophical discussion about stuff that people will be like, yeah, that's pretty interesting. It's going to be about 25% hard flirting between you and I. It's been a bit awkward at times, a little bit cringe.
When? Really?
A few moments. There's been a few cringy moments.
What? Name it.
The one where you went, we haven't fucked yet.
Oh,
and then I looked at you like that and I laughed. Do you remember that bit? That was super
Oh, wait,
cringe.
no.
That was super awkward.
Can I just tell you?
You don't remember that bit? That was kind of cringe.
No, for real. I love moments. Like, the more awkward,
the
better. I love it.
But not during sexual acts.
I love
Whoa, that's not the right place for that to be.
Fuck and make it so awkward. No, I'm talking about like in real life, you weirdo. I'm not talking about
because that
having
gets
sex.
the fractious energy.
I'm saying moments of like awkwardness I love it so much, and I think it's so funny because it's so real.
Yeah.
Because it's so real, and most humans avoid it. They avoid it and they act like it never happened. Yeah. So I like that we're calling it out.
Yeah. I said I'm complete honesty. I'll always call what I see happening. And the other 25%, I think, is us trying to be funny, which is great. That's good. That's a good breakdown. 50% philosophical.
It just happens.
There you go. And there's another cringe moment. That's another cringe moment.
It's not a cringe moment. That was a creepy moment. I can get very creepy.
Yeah. What's the creepiest thing you've ever done to a man throughout the history of your relationships?
Good question.
Yeah. The most fucked up thing where you're going, oh, maybe I am not completely all there.
Oh my God. A lot of... Oh, I prank. Is that creepy? I prank call guys I used to date.
Oh, that's pretty fucking, that's pretty fucking, that's way better than I thought you were going to say. That's wonderful. Tell me about, how would you do that? Whose phone do you call from? Do you go to pay phones?
No, we
hide your number. What is there a thing you can type before your number to hide it?
We *69. Guys, okay. This is so funny. Guys will pick up on numbers that are like unrestricted.
Yeah.
Like, that's how horny dudes are, that they will pick up a phone call that has... Women won't do this.
I pick it up because I think it's work. I assume if it's an unrestricted, I'm like, it might be an office. It could be like a production company giving me a shout about one of the jobs.
Well, I actually got in trouble because I went to prank this guy who I went on like a terrible date with. I can't actually talk about it because...
You can't even talk about the app it was.
No. We've been friends for years and years and years. We had a weird dating thing that didn't work out, and then we tried it again, and we had a terrible date, and I remembered why our dating
can you say why the date was so bad?
No, I can't because
he's gonna know.
No. I can't because this.
He already knows it's him. He felt it too.
No. I thought that was a fly, but it's not. Okay, so I went to prank call him. I was doing the Sirius XM show, and the hosts were like, "We can't, believe that you women are single and blah 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 blah, and you're such eligible bachelorettes."
Are you talking about attractive female comedians? Yeah.
And so I was like, well, dating in LA, blah, blah, blah. I told this terrible date story.
Okay.
And I went into detail, and it's very funny, and it has to do with him.
Why didn't you tell us the terrible date story?
Because we went to prank call him.
Yeah.
And that producer got on the phone and was like, hey, so-and-so, we have Dana Moone here, and she wants to get your side of the date. And he was so mad. I thought that we were going to prank him like normal.
Yeah.
Like just call him and be like a different character.
Hey, what's up, Steve?
Yeah. And record it.
Yeah.
And then I got a text message from him being like,
"What the fuck would you do that?
If you ever," he's like, I know that you've talked about me on stage.
Yeah.
He has a very prominent name.
I'm with him. I'm with him on that.
I'm sorry. A prominent name.
I'd be pissed off if you were friends.
He's not a comic.
Oh, then all right.
He's not a comic.
But
he's an actor.
Oh, but I'd still be annoyed because you're kind of like, it's like, why don't air our fucking personal business.
So anyway, he was like, if you ever, say my name or talk about me.
Did he threaten you? Threaten to
I'm
kill you?
going to get my knife involved. And then I got horny and I was like, no, he said I'm going to get my lawyer involved. So I can't even tell. I don't feel comfortable telling the story.
No, don't tell that story now. It sounds bad. What about if you changed all the details of the story? Like instead of this guy, it became a story about your old teenage crush, Steve.
So, okay. I don't even know how I'm going to make this funny.
By the way, none of the names, none of the instances that are said in this story in any way reflect real characters. They're all based on fictional characters.
Okay, so Steve
and any likeness is completely and utterly just coincidence.
Oh, perfect.
Family Guy.
Steve and I dated.
Yeah.
For like 2 months.
Oh my God, so hot. 5
or 6 years ago, and I don't remember what happened because up until then we were really good friends for years.
What do you constitute dating? Just fucking and hanging out, or like you're exclusively
going on dates
together?
And talking and like fucking and fingering and stuff like that, and like
some fingering.
A little butthole action.
This is how I know you're 30 because fingering is still a thing for you.
Huh?
fingering is still a thing for you. That's
It's
how I
just
know
funny
you're
to
30
say, and
older.
this butthole stuff is funny to say. Anyway, so yeah, and then I reconnected with Steve, and I was like, what? I forgot what happened because I always liked him, and I was like, oh, and I was single, he was single,
It
so
always ended for a reason.
I know, and I was racking my brain to remember why it ended.
Yeah.
And so then there were so many times he wanted to hang out and I couldn't. And he would text me really late, right before we were supposed to hang out.
Bedtime?
Red flag.
Oh, no, not like really late.
It's
Like,
8
hey,
o'clock
girl,
at
what's
night.
up?
No. Like we were supposed to hang out. Also, if he said, hey, girl, that was like, never again.
You mean he
don't
wasn't
call me
in a
hey,
boy band from
girl.
the 90s?
So,
Hey, girl.
We were supposed to go on a date.
We're meant to meet up at 8 p.m.
He...
But I'm running kind of late. Do you want a rain check, girl?
No. I hate this.
It's the best thing I've ever done to a woman.
I hate this.
You're welcome.
So we were supposed to go on a date, and then I think it was like 8 o'clock. Or 8:30. He like messages me, and I was like, "That's so shitty."
Yeah, fuck Steven.
So Steven did this a couple times. So then I would bail on him.
Yeah.
So then he made me feel like an asshole for
Because you don't need a
bailing
man
on
to
him.
make you feel good.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So, anyways,
I'm giving you an opportunity, a platform to do your character. You're not allowed to do anywhere else.
I know I can't do it. I'm gonna get shit for doing it, even on this podcast.
From who?
I don't know,
3 people. A girl called Becky.
Yeah.
College-educated white Becky, married to a white guy who's
It's always
the
It's
wokest
always
woman
Becky.
ever. She doesn't actually vote, but she she definitely liked.
She
a
kind of
couple-
votes.
She retweeted a petition that was posted by not really a friend, but a black girl she knew from high school.
Yeah.
Who she's still friends
On
with on Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah,
On Facebook.
and she retweeted it, so she's pretty woke now. Becky,
Anywho.
fucking Becky.
God damn it, Becky.
Go on. So wait, so Steve, you ditched him. You were like, I'm worth
And
turning up on
then
time.
and then I felt bad, and then he did the thing where he made me feel bad for ditching him, even though he waited. So whatever. So then it was Sunday, and I had a free day, and I was like, hey, I'm in your neighborhood. Let's get together finally. And I figured this is the best time. And he's like, well, I have an audition, blah blah blah. So I went on a hike, and I get a message. I'm at the top of Griffith.
Yeah.
Because I hike, you guys.
I hike up Griffith.
And I get a message from him saying, let's meet for oysters at 7 o'clock at this restaurant.
That's very specific. And that's an aphrodisiac as well.
So
let's meet for oysters.
And I text him back, and I'm like, I'm hiking, and you said you were busy. And he's like, okay, well, I made reservations. So if you're going to bail again. And so I feel like an asshole.
Yeah.
I feel like an asshole. So I go, oh my God. So I literally run down the mountain, and I don't wash my hair. I jump in the shower. I throw on makeup as I'm driving.
Cardio's on point though.
And this is like a really expensive restaurant.
Yeah.
I show up 10 minutes late, and he's angry.
Right.
And was so mean.
Fucking Steve.
And he was also wearing a trench coat, and we were sitting.
I think he was going to shoot the place up.
Okay, we were sitting
and he wanted you to be there when he murdered everyone.
We were sitting outside, and it was raining, but it was covered with a tarp, and we were close to the door, and it was freezing, and I was like visibly like shaking.
And he wouldn't go inside. Yeah, he's weird.
And then he ordered the most expensive thing on the menu.
Yeah.
Like the most expensive oysters ever. He chose this restaurant, which and I told him, I was like, I don't really like oysters. And he's like, well, there's other things on the menu.
Okay.
Fucking rude.
Fucking Steve.
So anyway, he was rude to me the whole dinner.
Steve Ansari is his real name. Steve Ansari.
There's a whole red wine, white wine situation.
Yeah. White wine, it's oysters, but he
starts
insisted on
eating,
red. What a
and then
fucking animal.
He starts eating my food.
Oh my God.
Like all my food. And then we ordered dessert.
Yeah.
And he literally, like, we're like splitting dessert, and it's supposed to be cute. And he's like literally shoving all of it in his mouth. And I'm like, it was... When you're sharing dessert, you monitor how many bites. This is you monitor the bites. If you have one, I have one. And then you have a second. That's how it works. And I have a second. You don't eat the whole fucking dessert,
no one does
dude.
that. Who does that?
Rude.
Wow, I feel like I'm Steve now. You've made me Steve.
Rude.
I didn't do it.
It was such a good dessert, and I only got one bite.
It wasn't me.
Then
that was
the bill
Steve.
comes. Then the bill comes.
Oh, and he splits it half.
And I literally do the wallet dance because, mind you, it's super expensive. He picked the restaurant. He
You should have just said, let me pay for my things. I'll pay for my things.
Oh, no. And I was like, he wasn't pulling his wallet out, and she set it down. And so I was like, I guess I'd pull mine out. And then I started talking about my wallet, making a conversation, going, well, this is my new wallet. I was dancing it around.
You didn't buy the dinner, did you? Did you pay for the whole dinner?
I was dancing my wallets, and then I put my card down.
She picked up more off.
And he put his down, and she goes,
oh, okay.
And then she goes, well, I'm going to, my wrist. I fell on
No, that was my finger. I cracked my finger.
I know, my wrist too.
She said what? Shall I put something else on it? You were talking about the check. Spend the check.
And then as she walked
away... You can't
lose
momentum in the story at this point. We're 95% of the way through. Come on.
I know. So as she walked away, he goes, wait, you put your card down? Oh, I didn't want you to do that. And I was like, you literally saw me do it in slow motion talking about my wallet.
Unbelievable.
Then.
Fucking Steve.
And then he like wants to drive me to my car, and he has like dirty socks. It's like dirty socks.
Pheromones.
All over his...
He's trying to infest your nostrils with the stench of him.
And then this is the best part. So I told my friends the story, and my girlfriends were so mad.
Did you make out at the end of the day?
Yeah, we made out, but it was like whatever.
I mean, but look. I
know.
This is the problem. You want to have the power that everyone should be entitled to.
Up.
No, I don't understand.
I dropped my card.
But after all of that story, that should be the moment where you went. All right, motherfucker. See you later, Steve. Boom,
I know.
Take it easy and high fived him and got out of the car.
I
made it
up.
super awkward and just got in your car and fucking driven away. Instead, you were like,
"This was 2 years
I guess
ago."
Blah, 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 blah.
Well, this is the best part of the story. I know you were probably like, "Well, where's the funny part?" The best part.
Well, that was hilarious.
Is that
you let him get away with that shit.
My friends made me Venmo request him for dinner for the money that I paid for. That's
retarded.
So I requested him for a Venmo and said, because I know you didn't want me to pay for it.
It's amusing. He didn't pay it, did he?
No, he didn't accept it.
Nah,
and then
good.
he texted me back and was like, you are so fucking ridiculous. How dare you?
Yeah.
And I was like, I tried to like play dumb. I'm like, but you said you didn't want me to.
I don't feel like you were necessarily joking when you requested that money.
I wasn't. I didn't want to go to Oysters. I didn't order all that stuff.
But
and
you
also,
you should just pay for your part of the meal.
Rude.
Pay for your part of the meal, though.
No, whoever chooses the restaurant pays.
Nah, it's problematic because I've done that. That's why I stopped again with the apps, because I'd always be the one instigating dates.
You don't pay. You don't pay for dinner.
I have done throughout my entire life, which is
you won't pay for a girl's dinner.
Accounts for $200,000 that I should definitely have in savings. Like I've spent a lot of money.
Settle down.
I'm not being a dick.
Playboy.
I've spent a huge amount of money on a huge amount of dates where people just either faked or never even
cringe moment.
Never even pulled out the cards.
$200,000.
No, but seriously, I'm
that's a house in the Midwest.
That's a number I'm fucking making up. But I doubt it would be a hugely off throughout the course of my life. I spent a lot of money on other people, not just women that I dated, friends who were using me. You know, when we go out, when I was on TV in England, go to clubs and rack up like $20,000.
Just wants to plug being on TV in London.
Yeah, back when I had a career. I don't want to plug that. No, fuck. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but I also think if you're adults and you're going on a date together, unless someone says, "Let me take you out for dinner," I'd like to take you out for dinner. That's very different as opposed to, "What do you want to do on a date?" "Oh, I guess let's go to a thing." "Yeah, I'm happy with that. Cool." And then you should both offer to pay half if you've kind of split the food. Or if you had done that and I'd ordered something ridiculously expensive, I go, "I'd like to make sure, please put this and this. Let me buy that. You know, blah blah blah. Put that on my card." And then you do like 30
So you're
bucks
asking a girl out that you
like. I'm not. I'm saying I've spent so much money. That's why I don't do that anymore. That's why I don't do that anymore.
What do you do?
I don't go out for a fancy dinner as my first date anymore because women will just use you in LA.
I don't like fancy dinners. He chose the place.
I love fancy dinners, but I like it at a certain point in a relationship.
No, I don't like fancy dinners.
When I know that woman is worth investing into, because it is a financial investment as well as an emotional one.
I don't see the difference between going to a diner and a fancy dinner.
About $150 to $250. That's the difference.
I'm just saying, like,
like
I enjoy and I really like food from like.
If you send that Venmo request purely as a joke and you screenshotted it and you put it up on social media, that's hilarious and that's funny. It's a funny thing to do. If you did it, and which you're saying and being honest,
well,
there
we
was a
wanted
part
to
of you
get
went,
his side
I
of the.
do want
yeah.
that money back from him.
Well,
then that I think is unfair because you agreed to go to a dinner on a date with someone and you're a grown adult. You're both. He's an actor. You're a comic. You both got fucking. You know. You don't have the safest, secure stores of cash on you. And why should it be a thing? You're not in a union yet. You're not a team of two. You're.
But that's why
still
I was
working out if you like
annoyed
each
because
other.
I'm like, both of us aren't fucking crushing it. So why would you choose this restaurant?
Trying to impress you.
And then, well, we wanted. So this is
Should've
the
just
story
got a dessert
behind.
and a glass of wine and then just paid for that and just be
Oh,
like,
that's
peace
sad.
out.
No,
See you later.
that's really sad.
Bye, dudes.
I should have if this would have happened this now and I would have got there and saw his energy.
You would have fought him.
You can't see someone's energy, but felt someone's energy.
Yeah.
I would have just been like, I have to go because I'm different now. But anyways, the whole point of the prank.
I'm very different to 2 years ago as well. So I think we are capable to progress that rapidly in who we are.
So the whole prank call situation was, I thought we were going to disguise voices and just fuck with him. And, bring up oysters or whatever.
This is the oyster man. Exactly,
But
This is restaurant La
they
Claviata.
wanted to get his side of the story, which I also, if he would have been down and if he's not such a loser, I'm like, that would have been, why can't we be honest? Talk about honesty.
Yeah.
He could tell his side of the story. Why was he mad at me?
Maybe because he's an actor and you're a professional comedian. So I think anyone who decides...
And it would never work out because he takes himself so seriously.
Well,
and
you
it's
shouldn't
just,
date any of them. They're all fucking mental.
Oh,
but
they're all
here's
insane.
girl, tell me about it. But seriously, like I genuinely think
Tell
at
me
that point
about
he
it.
probably just went, no, she's funny and she's on a show that she's been invited on as guest. She's gonna make me look a fucking idiot. And he's right?
Yeah. Well, I'm not trying to make anybody look dumb. I'm just being honest. I'm being honest and I'm telling my side of the story.
I'm not trying to make anyone look dumb. He did that to himself. And I'm just recounting the story.
I'm telling my truth.
My intro.
I'm being true to who I am inside. Who
That's
is
so
Xanax.
hot. That is super hot. That's the hottest I've ever seen you present yourself as.
This is me being an LA caricature.
Yeah.
So you do like LA girls.
You look too interested in the world, though.
Huh?
You have to look a little bit more like it's either hardcore pornography is in your future or suicide. Yeah, there you go. That's it.
Dead.
Yeah, one eye has to be like thousand eyes staring the whole time. 1,000 yards stare. All right. Well, I'm sorry that was your dating experience. So how do you date now? You don't.
No, honestly, 2018. I don't mean to brag, but I barely fucked at all.
Why?
In 2018.
I feel like we have a certain instantaneous sex appeal to audiences, especially, and because
Are you lumping you and I together are we a duo now?
I'm saying that I think you're an attractive comic. I think I'm an attractive comic. I'm not going to be a liar and say I don't think I'm super hot. There's infinitely better looking men than me in the world, and a large number of them. But I think we're not unattractive. You'd be full of shit if you said you thought you were unattractive. So I think that you have a power if you're attractive and you're funny.
I know. Well, here's what I'm not saying.
Attractive.
I know, like I know I'm attractive and I know I'm funny. I know. I'm saying it's hard for me to just do the casual sex when you don't really know someone that well and you're that's
the best time to do the casual
empty.
sex.
I know. I feel like I've done it and it was fun when it was fun,
Yeah.
and now it's just kind of like sad.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
And it feels like, I don't really feel good.
High volume of casual sex with new people is not fun.
No, and it's also like I'm such a germaphobe, and I just like think I'm gonna like get a disease. I don't think I'm gonna get a disease, but I think everyone has one.
I mean, you're using protection, right?
I always use protection, but I also am like, I just don't trust people that they're clean.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. That's why you use protection.
I still don't trust that. What if a condom breaks and somebody gives you fucking
Hep C or something?
Dude, I don't trust people in the city.
HIV. Yeah, I've been a bit bad in this case. So I just had a test recently. I went in to get a new doctor and they said, we give you a test. Do you want anything else? And I said, all my sexual health training. Let's do it. And it all came back great, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm going to be alive for at least another 5 to 10 years, guys.
Who are you high-fiving
to the viewers, because they know it's a bit hit and miss sometimes. But I'm going to be honest. The problem becomes that at 34, I know how great sex without a condom is.
Ugh,
I know how nice it feels to
it's so
be
much
with a woman,
better.
and she's on some kind of birth control.
No,
You've both
that's
been
exciting when you risk it.
No,
are we gonna create life that we're not ready for?
No, but here's another thing about being
Are we
34 is that there's the joy for me is when I'm like 20, 21. Of course, it's like, oh my god, you get to come on a girl's breast or into her open mouth or her face.
Why do
Now,
you guys like coming everywhere?
No, we don't anymore. Like real men don't.
What is that?
Once you hit 30 and above, it's like,
what are you trying to prove?
I want to like, my body is telling me to like fucking come inside
her. Yeah.
So
it's fucked up.
you have to go through quite a few stages to get to that. You have to go, first we have to be protected. Then we have to do tests and prove to each other that we're clean. Then I have to know you're on the birth control. Yeah. And then we can have some fun, really fun sex. And that's the best sex. And so I get that what you're saying, that you can't.
Fun sex?
You can't do that fun sex. You can't do that instantaneously.
The best sex is fun sex, you guys. Not the plain sex.
Yeah.
Don't do the plain
clowns, rodeo clowns.
All right, that was my PSA.
Entertainers, fun sex. Like sex with fun people.
Sex is always fun.
No, it's not. Sometimes it's a chore. You never had chore sex? With someone that you already know you're not really into it anymore, but you're like, all right, going through the motions, or you haven't got laid for a while, and so you hit up an old flame, and you're like,
an old person.
An old, when you're like the old folks home you used to volunteer at, you go down there and just see Mrs. Marjorie in room 615. Just fuck it. She can barely feel it anymore, but you're there.
You're there. You're all in. I actually had really fun sex, and the most fun sex is where you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, you think you're just gonna like make out.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh,
now we're fucking.
Yes. So it started with like making out / doing massages on a yoga mat.
Oh, wow.
And it just turned into.
But you had to have
sex.
Arranged a setup where you could do yoga and massage each other. That's surely, I would always be thinking we're going to fuck if that's the case.
No, it wasn't. It was like, let's just.
Come over to my place. We're going to do some yoga and give each other massages.
No,
now we're fucking, what a surprise. Come on.
We've had sex before, and we're still friends, and we were actually doing a show. This is so funny. We were doing a show in Santa Barbara.
You gotta stop fucking comics and actors.
Oh, I know. This was my last comic.
Never again.
And I was trying to hook up with this one guy and he was trying to hook up with this other girl, and it just didn't happen for us. So we were kind of like texting each other in the car
about that, going, I can't believe she rejected me.
And then
I can't believe he rejected me.
It turned into a sexting.
Yeah, it did.
And it was like really hot. And then it was like, well, just come upstairs and like I'll give you a coconut oil massage.
Oh, you were in the car together?
Yeah.
After a show?
With a group of people. Texting.
Wow, to each other. That's kind of fun though.
It's fun. This was fun sex. And he was like, no pressure. I don't want you to feel like I'm asking you to like hook up or anything.
Sure.
And so that to me is like the most fun.
Yeah.
When it's just not
surprise.
Yeah.
But not.
And now you're inside me.
Not fully surprise sex, because that's rape.
Yeah. Cringe moment. Is this another cringe moment?
I mean, it's an honest thing, right? You want to be like, it's surprising, but not fully surprised.
Yeah.
Not shock and surprise. More just like, that's a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. It'll be 6 months. You'll find out he's a fucking creep anyway.
Oh, we're just.
Does he wear jumpers? Does he wear like sweaters, like kind of cute sweaters?
What are you men wearing jumpers? I don't even know.
I just think they all look like fucking losers. Does he wear like cute sweaters? Real men don't wear sweaters.
Why are you
just have their forearms?
Look at categories of clothing.
Look at those forearms. That's like that's my sweater, nature's sweater.
I think a real man. You
know what they call this in Eastern Europe? Husband material.
Oh,
that's what they call it. Husband material.
Nobody calls it.
They do. Actually, in Israel too. Pretty hairy over there.
I think a real man can wear whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Whatever makes him happiest.
Sweaters are for rapists. I think that's a great place to end it. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much to my wonderful guest, Dana Moone, who's joined us today She's got lots of stand-up shows going on the West Coast and across America. If you want to check it out, head to her website, which is
DanaMooneme.com, my Instagram and Twitter.
That's DanaMooneme.com.
Moonme.
And then Instagram is at
Dana Moonme. Instagram and Twitter.
Twitter at Dana Moone.
Yeah.
Me. And check her out. She's a
Hit
very
me up,
funny
players.
lady. And check out some of the characters as well. That's my favorite thing. I like seeing the various characters you upload.
Thank you.
It's like it is Viney, but it's Instagram format Viney. But instead of what a lot of these Instagram comedians, and by that I mean people with no talent, put online, it's not very memey. It's not cheesy, regressive ideology, or like, whoa, damn, look at that booty, and then he turns around and it's a black guy in a wig. Do you know what I mean? Not the hot girl it was, or whatever the fuck it is. It's funny. It's almost like funny little mockumentary tidbits of
a character's real
life.
Yeah.
Which I like about that. It feels more honest and
that's
funny.
what I'm going for.
We should do some characters.
Thank you. I would love it.
Let's come up with a couple of duos.
A couple of duos?
Yeah, it could be a husband and wife, or a brother and sister, or a fucking couple of yoga instructors.
I have one sketch in mind where we take our clothes off, but we're in wigs.
That's not for Instagram. It's for Pornhub.com.
Cringe moment.
There you go. And make sure to check out her podcast as well.
Superficial Magic on iTunes.
Can you get it on Spotify or SoundCloud?
Yeah. You can get it on all of those.
All that good stuff.
Moon Me podcast
Do you
iTunes.
do videos for the podcast as well?
I need to know.
Got to start doing that. Got to show off that fucking beautiful face when you make people laugh.
I know.
Guarantee you'll get even more followers. And maybe not for the comedy.
This is giving me anxiety because this is like, I have to do all of this.
Well, look around. Look, I have to move my
It's
head
so
because
nice.
otherwise you can see how high my widow's peak is. I look bad.
Well, everyone has a widow's peak.
No, I know. I had it since I was a kid, but I look like because I'm such a big I got such a giant five head.
Staring at ourselves.
I really look. I was staring at you actually.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I was like this. Ladies and gentlemen, Dana Moone. She's joined us. She's wonderful. Go and see her live. Check out her podcast, Superficially Magic. And put your breath away. Stop it. It's not that kind of shit. Stop it.
Stop it.
Bye. Bye.
My boobs